Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Here in my YouTube channel, I discuss only the ways by which you can be able to invest into properties here in Nigeria, the profitable, easy and scalable way. So count yourself lucky if you have come across this video, because you're going to learn very powerful secrets that will help you scale your money, scale your investments, scale your returns using real estate investment as a tool. So before we go on this video, I would like you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and comment what you've learned at the end of this video. And when you subscribe to this channel, YouTube finds a way to recommend this video to people like yourself, so that they too can be able to invest into real estate the safe, profitable, and scalable way. Now, in this video, we'll be looking at 5 profitable, promising, emerging locations here in Rivers State that you need to put your money into in 2026 and 50x, 100x your returns by the end of the year, right? So this is actually what investors in my inner circle investment club enjoys every year. Every beginning of the year, I bring to them, some beautiful locations, not just here in Port Harcourt, but across Nigeria, where they can put their money into, recommend the necessary, properties they need to put, exact properties they will put their money into, and in less than 12 months, they're going to be having 50x, 100x of returns on their investment. Now, it is no longer news that real estate is the most stable investment vehicle here in Nigeria. I don't know about the country you live in, but when compared to stocks, bonds, forex, every other investment, even running a business, real estate investment has proven to me be the most stable and the most profitable investment anybody can do in this country. Not forgetting the part inflation plays also. In 2024, the inflation average of the country was 23 to 25%, within that range. And that is actually far more greater than the returns that many people's investment did in the several vehicles they put their monies. You could talk about, fixed deposit, you could talk about money market, you could talk about stocks and bonds. 25% was far much more profitable in quotes than many of those investments. So invariably, inflation outperformed all those investments. So if you had your money in some investment vehicles that brought back 15%, 20%, it means that you were not still profitable considering the prevalent economic conditions of the country. Because at 25% inflation rate, your 19-20% is still falling short of that average. Hope that's clear. But one thing spectacular happened same last year. Real estate investments in the country, in different parts of the nation, outperformed inflation. I'm talking about 45%, 50, 60, 70, 80% returns on investment. That is why I still believe and I still recommend real estate investments any day, anytime to any of my investor friends or anybody who cares to listen. Now, in this video guide, I'm not going to be telling you, the promising emerging locations across the nation. I will just be focusing on Port Harcourt, Nigeria, right? So the locations I'll be talking to you about in this video will be centrally about Port Harcourt, Nigeria. That's Rivers State as a state. So before I go further in this video, I would like to let you all know that this video was sponsored by the Win Realty Limited, a choice real estate development company here in Port Harcourt, who have done excess of 1,500 clients over the course of the last 3.5 years. And of course, Win Business School, a formidable business academy that helps businesses with the right tools and strategy that will help them scale their business. Now, without any further ado, let us go straight into the juice of this video. So like I said, we are looking at the 5 very important locations, emerging locations you must put your money this year in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria, if you're going to make 50, 60, 100x of your investment this year. The number 1 location is what I call the airport corridor, right? The airport corridor here in Port Harcourt, Rivers State is experiencing currently massive development that have not been seen since the inception of this state, right? I don't know what could necessarily make 2025/2026 the year that this development has come, because it has been over expected. Like the expectation has been there for this particular corridor to begin to experience, the development that it has to have. Because when you begin to look at the airport corridor in Lagos, the airport corridor in Abuja, and you come to Port Harcourt, something striking, hits you. You begin to wonder, why is it that, the airport axis in Lagos and Abuja is so developed, or is fast developing, but here in River State, Port Harcourt, it is not the same. So we've been thinking and talking about this, with a lot of enthusiasm and worry, not until last year, and that the current River State government, brought in a lot of investment in that axis by partnering with TAF City to launch, a 5,000 housing unit over there, and that actually was the catalyst as to why that axis is currently experiencing a lot of interest and a positive development. So the airport corridor, which houses Igrita, Igritali, Omagwa, Ipo, Omademe, Alu, these are the locations that are tagged as the airport corridor or Aerotropolis, right? So these are environments in and around the airport environment, and you understand. So this area is experiencing a lot of massive appreciation and development, and if you are looking for the location to put your money into, this location is actually the most viable and the most profitable location you must put your money. And the good thing is that 60 to 70% of our estates are located in this axis, and you can start from as low as 4 million, 3.5 million, and begin your investment in this axis, right? So the Erythropolis, the Igrita, the Omagwa, the Gritali, the the Alu, the Ishokpo, these are the communities and the suburbs that make up the Erythropolis here in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. So the first location, emerging location you must put your money in this year is the Erythropolis, which houses Igrita, Omagwa, Igritali, Ishokpo, Alu. These are the locations in and around of the Erythropolis. But before I go to the second location, I'd like to also point your mind to some of the development that are coming through here rapidly. So on the greater axis, you see the Salvation Ministry headquarters. The largest sitting auditorium in south of Nigeria is being developed there by the Salvation Ministries, and in few months' time, that location, development will be launched for the public use. So imagine what's going to happen there. So, and that is one of the catalysts that is currently, bringing up the massive influx and investment in that axis. So you come to this other part. Of course, I've mentioned it already earlier. The TAF City 5,000 housing units in partnership with the River State government. So there's a lot of government interest in this location, and because of that, there's a lot of planning, and so that is actually some of the development that is coming through. They're not mentioning the already existing airport, 2 local and international airport there, and of course the stadium that is also in that axis, plus many other security outfits that makes that axis a superb hotspot for investing your money into. So look out for ways to invest in that axis. Right? We have amazing estates in this location that you can put your money into. Number 2 location that you must put your money into in River State, Port Harcourt this year is Eneka. Eneka here in Port Harcourt, I always tag it as the last part of Obiakpo that is yet to be developed. The last part. It means that Obiakpo as a whole is maxed out. Eneka, some parcels of land in Eneka is still the last part before we tag Obiakpo maxed out, city, or maxed out city. So Obiakpo remains one of the most important, investment hotspot you must put your money into this year. And Eneka as an axis is an amazing location. right? After Eneka, Obiakpo is gone and you begin to look at Eche, right? So Eneka is an amazing location, really. There's a lot of activities coming up there. The ring road cuts through it. The popular ring road project cuts through it, which actually will enhance commerce, which will enhance, movement, transportation of people around the city, which by default we definitely bring about a lot of commercial activities and a lot of amazing opportunities for people who are going to come there to invest their money. And guess what? When you're coming now to buy in this location, you're coming to position yourself for what is coming, and what is coming is no longer far away. It is just almost here with us. So this 2026 is a make it or break it year for you to put your money in that location and make sure you position yourself for what is coming. Good thing is that we also have project here in Eneka, Port Harcourt, Nigeria, right? So return lands here, properties here do in excess of 35, 45, 50% returns annually, and that is actually higher than inflation in the country most of the years past. The number third location, but before I talk about the number third location, I would like you to also, if you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to this channel, like and comment what you've learned so far. That way YouTube will be able to recommend this video to people like you here on YouTube, especially to our diaspora brothers and sisters who are looking for where to put their money back home. The number third location, emerging location you must put your money into is of course the Choba Uniport adjacent areas, right? Choba / Uniport, that's Choba and Alo. Some part of Alo also, is part of that location. So Choba is very popular, here in Port Harcourt. Choba is this part of the city where the rivers, the Uniport, that's the University of Port Harcourt, is located, right? So it is actually a viable student area where any investment you put into, rent house would definitely yield a lot of dividends. And if you don't have the money to even build, you can buy lands there and wait for people who are going to come to buy your lands, to build hostels, to build, lounges, to build bars, to build, any other thing that could be of commercial interest in such locations. So Choba Uniport Axis is an amazing location. So there's a lot of need for student housing and staff housing. So a lot of staff, when they come, they want to settle into great location, into great development. So it's an amazing location with an amazing security infrastructure too. Mind you, these locations are not locations you must come and buy and build and live in. No, these are places you bring your money and do business in and make a lot of money. And the good thing is that the person you're watching is going to help you make this process seamless and easy for you. So do not be worried about how it is going to be possible. Just think about it, have the resources, and of course you shoot me a DM. The link to my WhatsApp personal inbox will be in the description of this video. Click on it and of course we'll continue conversation there. So Choba is a third very important location, emerging location here in Rivers State, Port Harcourt, that you must put your money into in 2026 if you're going to do a lot of returns in your money this year. So this video, like I said, was sponsored by the Win Retail Limited, a choice real estate development company here in Port Harcourt that has done over 1,500 clients over the last 3.5 years. No single court case. And of course, Win Business School, a choice business academy here in Port Harcourt also that help businesses with this framework and structure that will help them scale their businesses as quickly as possible. Now to the fourth emerging location that you must invest your money in 2026 in Port Harcourt if you want to yield, if you want to make a lot of ROI in your investment this year. Number 4 is Rumuokoro Trans-Amadi Corridor. So let us focus on Rumuokoro, right? Rumuokoro these are actually well built up and well developed axes. Rumuokoro, Trans-Amadi, these areas are developed really, but there is still some part of it that there is some parcel of land that you can put your money. Why am I saying why do I include these axes even though it is very developed? Is because of the commercial interest in these locations. Companies are still looking for lands in the location to buy, and if you're able to come in now and buy lands in these locations, you are positioning yourself for an eventual future of overflow, because there is no land in Rumuokoro Trans-Amadi that is a waste. right? Any land you buy in this location is definitely you positioning yourself for a future. You will make almost 1,000x on your investment. So these locations are amazing locations, right? Their prices, the plots of land here, properties here are actually pricey, but if you have the money, by all means, please, reach out to me and I will guide you through us how to make the most out of investment in this location. And in order not to make this video long, I'll just go straight to the last but not the least location here in Port Harcourt that you must put your money in 2026. The number 3 location is Woji and lesser axis. So Woji and a lesser shares boundary, they are almost one and the same, but Woji is the first part of that axis that received development. A lot of people are living there, a lot of beautiful estates are there. Then the expansion is now like a lesser, leading you to Eleme, right? So this axis is experiencing a lot of interest and influx, and one of the catalysts is the ring road that is cutting through the axis too. So because of that, a lot of people are beginning to move there to live and come to work to the city center from. So if you're able to come to this axis and buy up parcels of land and wait, in the next 3 to 4 or 5 months, people will come for your property and you're going to give them your price and they will pay, right? So right now, when you come to this axis and buy up plots of properties or lands, as the case may be, you are positioning yourself for an amazing 2026. Now, I always give bonuses on my video. So the bonus location in this video is the Eleme. Of course, I've already mentioned it in the Woji Alessa. Ibeche. So this axis is almost in the same area, right? This area is expanding. So because development has maxed out in Faogada, the Port Harcourt city center, it has entered into Obiakpo that is almost maxed out. Remember, I mentioned that Eneka is the last part of Obiakpo that is yet to be fully developed. Because of that, by ripple effect, development is flushing into an Eche, and by default, Ibeche, which is the closest to Obiakpo. So Ibeche is currently seeing a lot of influx of investors. People are moving into there. In fact, at this point, people are no longer worried. There used to be a time here in Rivers the way Ibeche was a name that you don't even want to mention when you want to buy properties. But currently, there's a lot of adoption because pressure actually makes adoption inevitable. Because of the pressure of the population increase and pressure on the housing system, people are forced to find a way to make sure that Ibeche works. And currently, Ibeche is working. Currently, and the Eleme is working. So Eleme Ibeche axis is another axis that you must put your money in 2026 if you want to make the most out of investing in real estate in 2026. So all these locations I've mentioned so far in this video are locations that will give you nothing less than 35 to 100x of your investment this year. 40 to 100, 35, 40 to 100x of your investment this year. And like I said earlier, if your investment is at that level on average annually, one thing is for sure that you are beating inflation hands down and you are growing your money year in, year out. And if all these locations are appealing to you and locations you want to, of course, I recommend you put your money into. Of course, do well to hit out me. My link to my WhatsApp channel is on the description of this video. Hit it, and of course we'll continue our conversation on WhatsApp, and I will pitch to you some of the properties we have in this whole locations I already talked about. Remember, Port Harcourt remains one of the choice cities you must make sure you put your money into if you want to grow your money in Nigeria's real estate industry. And another thing you must also have at the back of your mind is this, that when it comes to investing in real estate, you follow the market, not the product, right? Follow the market, not the product. I've been able to posit to you where the market is headed, where the interest is headed. And if you're able to follow it, definitely you're going to make the most out of your money this year, 2026. Great. So thank you once again for watching this video. I'm super happy you watched to the end of this video, and I have a free gift for you, really. And that gift is that if you are coming to buy any property through me this year using this video, you have an automatic 10% discount from this particular video. So if you want to buy properties, no matter where you are in the world, right, whether you are in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, anywhere you are, you find yourself, do well to chat me up on WhatsApp. And of course, I will be there to help you make the most out of your money in 2026 and beyond. Thank you once again for watching this video, and before you go, please do not forget to subscribe to this my YouTube channel and like this video, comment what you've learned, and of course, if you want me to talk about anything, do not hesitate to also comment it on the comment section, or better, chat me up using the link to my WhatsApp on the description of this video. Thank you, and see you on the next video.